Alrighty boys, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're going to be talking about the newest monster constructor within Fortnite Save the World, known as Arleen Izza. Now this is a very interesting character because you probably don't even know that you can unlock her at the moment, but this is the monster constructor that was talked about in the roadmap and that we also showed off in some of the leaked news videos that we've done very recently. A very interesting case this hero is, and by far, at least in my opinion, is the best Halloween hero that we've gotten this year compared to JonesyBot and Willow and that kind of stuff. Not too much of a competition going there, but this hero definitely extends past that. A very good constructor in my opinion, and we're basically just going to be talking about everything Arleen Izza in today's video. So for those of you guys that didn't know, the 11.11 patch was actually supposed to come out like, well, 2 hours from the time that this video goes up, but the Fortnite status page ended up tweeting out the update was going to happen, and then they tweeted out like 2 hours later that it's actually being postponed. Well, a lot of us thought that this actually meant that Save the World content wasn't going to be dropping. However, it did, and it actually released a quest line around the reset time, and I put out a tweet and it said, despite the quest page not being available, you can still find quests pertaining to the new quest line in your quest log. That's a lot of quests. So from the looks of it, you may be able to earn the hero or weapon via running through these quests tonight. And you know, basically in the 11.11 patch, we were supposed to get a quest line, a hero, and a weapon. The weapon being the black metal sword, the hero being, you know, Izza that we're talking about today, and this quest line was supposed to be a part of that update. Well, apparently the quest line was already in the game files and we were able to access it. I ran through the entirety of the quest line, and your reward is going to be Arleen Izza. Now, a very interesting hero this one is because she's actually very good in my opinion. If we go ahead and take a look at her commander perk, what she does is that she increases life leech with melee attacks and Going Constructor by up to 15% based on the percentage of your missing health. Additionally, melee and Going Constructor eliminations have a 50% chance to conjure a phantasm, and if you guys have been playing JonesyBot and Willow, you guys would know exactly what these are. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a clip and show you the crazy extensiveness of how this life leech works with this constructor. This constructor is tanky as hell in the correct situations. I'm going to go ahead and show you this clip of an encampment and just kind of let it speak for itself. So yeah, that is absolutely insane. Now, if you saw from how tanky this character is, you already know what team perk I went with. I went with Totally Rockin' Out. And with Totally Rockin' Out, one of the things that you trade off whenever you don't use something like Blast from the Past is tankiness, because Blast from the Past gives you tankiness and damage. Totally Rockin' Out only gives you damage. However, with Izza, if you use Totally Rockin' Out, you are getting an insanely tanky hero alongside incredibly consistent crits and just damage overall. So if you use Izza alongside bringing down the house and subwoofers, assassination, corrosive strikes, and rapid charge with, you know, Totally Rockin' Out on top of that, you are looking at a hero that has crazy survivability and crazy amount of damage output. The main weapon that I did use in this video is my Surround Pound, and the perks on it are going to be double crit damage, crit rating, and attack speed. Surround Pound is one of the best melees in the game in my opinion. It's absolutely ridiculous. So using Arleen Izza, we are able to get into huge groups of enemies and being able to absolutely slaughter every single one of them and gain our health at such a rapid rate that it's almost as if we're not even being touched. It's pretty insane. Now granted, you do have to have enemies near you to actually benefit from this team perk. You know, you have to have a lot of them near you. Using the ground pound, or the surround pound, my bad, I'm able to smash on the floor, clear out huge waves of enemies, and then get all of my health back whenever I'm in a pinch, and that's absolutely fantastic. If you guys are curious what kind of damage output Izza has against the smasher with the surround pound, I'll go ahead and put a clip up on screen really quick. So that's the amount of damage that you can really expect to get from using Arleen Izza with this build, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, that on top of life leech whenever you're surrounded by a lot of enemies is pretty crazy. Thus far though, we haven't really talked about Going Constructor, and of course Going Constructor is also a part of her team perk, as Going Constructor will allow you to life leech and will allow you to get those phantasms. So How good is Going Constructor? Well, it's one of the single worst abilities in the game. Now, Izza kind of helps us out a little bit because Life Leech is one thing that Going Constructor is always needed. Using Going Constructor, you're really making yourself pretty vulnerable to not dealing that much damage and getting hit a lot. With Life Leech, you are able to kind of, take away the amount of times you're going to be dying using this ability. However, you're not really going to increase the amount of damage you're going to be doing with this ability. Here's a clip right here if you guys want to see me attempting to kill a smasher with this ability, and it's pretty painful. I even popped, the wafers. I'm not sure if that really affects it all too much, but I popped the wafers that give me 50% extra damage, and it's just not that great of an ability overall, and we're really gonna have to wait and see when the ability rework comes around on whether or not Going Constructor is going to be all that viable. But I would really just kind of urge you guys just completely ignore Going Constructor entirely. One of the worst abilities in the game. Just focus on your melee weapon, which in this case is the surround pound because it's a beast, but you can choose any melee weapon that you like. Finally, the one thing that we haven't spoken about whenever it comes to Arleen Izza is the phantasms. Now, whenever it comes to the new Fortnitemares heroes, Jonesy Bot and Willow, and now Izza is by far the most consistent whenever it comes to this archetype. She's able to, of course, keep herself alive via Life Leech whenever she is using her melee attacks, and 50% of those eliminations are going to turn into phantasms. Now with Willow, you have to use abilities to get phantasms, and abilities always have cooldowns. With Jonesy Bot, you have to kill an enemy with a headshot. If your final shot isn't a headshot, you're not gonna have a chance at all, and not every kill you're gonna get is going to be a headshot. Whenever it comes to Izza, all you have to do is kill an enemy with a melee weapon of some sort, and you will have that 50% chance to get a phantasm. The really good thing about her being a melee based hero as well is that the phantasms are highly inconsistent, and those are the little ghost things that fly around. Sometimes they will just decide to fly into the ground or fly into a wall if there's no enemy literally directly next to them. The great thing about Izza is that because she's a melee hero, those phantasms don't have much room to go before they go to the next target, because seeing as you are using melee, you're going to be surrounded by groups of enemies instead of picking them off all one by one and then having them all spread out. So the really good thing about Izza is that, just regular melee eliminations, no headshots, no abilities will allow you to activate phantasms, and the fact that she is a melee hero, she's also able to have those phantasms hit more often, and she has Life Leech to keep her alive. She is a very good constructor, by far the best Fortnitemares 3 hero that we've gotten, and I haven't played with her enough to really declare her, oh, she's so great. I haven't really played her enough, but I can say that with time, we probably will notice that Arleen Izza could make it up into some of the better heroes on the board, really. I'm not sure if she would ever really be considered a meta hero, but my god, in certain scenarios, she is absolutely ridiculous in the amount of damage that she can put out, on top of the survivability and on top of actually making use of phantasms for once. So I think this hero is fantastic. She really did blow me away, and I'm very impressed with her. I do want to hear what you guys got to say in the comments down below, if you guys have already unlocked this hero, or if you're just now learning that you can unlock this hero. Maybe come back to the video or tweet me on Twitter. Just let me know, because in my opinion, this hero is highly impressive and one of the more fun ones that I've actually played. I'm not a huge fan of melee weapons and melee combat, but this character is really fun to play. I really enjoy her, and she's by far the best one that we've gotten so far in this event. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I do apologize for not having a video up for the past few days. I've been streaming on Twitch to kind of make up for it because, well, there's not all that much content to cover. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I hope it was worth the wait. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you did like it, and subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to reach 100,000 before the end of the year. Really starting to get close to that goal because we're really kind of inching up on 80K. Definitely appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.